Myrtle Beach is stunned as news of a local pastor's wife was found in a North Carolina park unresponsive, from what he called self-induced act. The Robeson County Sheriff's Office in North Carolina is investigating the death of 30-year-old Micah Miller after her husband's bizarre announcement of her death to his congregation at the end of a Sunday church service. She was discovered on April 27, 2024, more than an hour away from her hometown with a fatal gunshot wound. Apparently, Micah sued JP for divorce 2 weeks ago, and he was served with papers just 48 hours before she died. He said, "I got a call late last night, my wife has passed away. Yeah. It was self-induced and it was up in North Carolina, and we're going to have a funeral for her next Sunday here at 3 p.m. Y'all knew that she wasn't well mentally, and that she needed her medicine that was hard to get to her. I'm sure there'll be more details to come." He has scheduled a celebration of life ceremony for her on May 5, 2024 at the Solid Rock Church. Micah's family is extremely concerned and hope to have the truth about what happened to her, urging the police to deeply investigate what happened to her, and has scheduled a Justice for Micah rally at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard. If you have any information to share with the police, please contact the Robeson County Sheriff's Office at 910-671-3100. A pastor claimed his energetic, faithful, and loving wife died of suicide in front of his shocked congregation at the weekend as her friends and family pleaded with police to deeply investigate her death. Micah Miller was discovered with a fatal gunshot wound to the head on Saturday, April 27th in Lumber River State Park, North Carolina. The 30-year-old's husband, John Paul Miller, broke the news of her death during Sunday's service at Solid Rock Church in Myrtle Beach. "I got a call late last night. My wife has passed away. It was self-induced and it was up in North Carolina," Miller said, reports New York Post. He continued, "Y'all pray for me and my kids and everybody. You all knew she wasn't well mentally and she needed medicine that was hard to get to her. I'm sure there will be more details to come, but keep her family in your prayers." Prior to making the announcement, Miller asked those in attendance to stand and instructed them to leave church quietly and don't talk about the announcement here in the building. He added, "I'm taking a little bit of a break. It might be a few days or weeks." Robeson County Sheriff's Office are investigating Micah's death, and some of her friends and family have questioned what happened. Ken Young, Micah's friend, is among those searching for answers. "This has to be at least looked into deeply. There's got to be some accountability here," he told WPD. "Because yeah, a tragic life was lost. And it's not just as simple as mental health issues." In a post on Facebook, Micah's sister Sierra Francis wrote, "There is a lot of talk already going on, so I want to set the record straight. Our sister Micah Miller passed away yesterday. Please do not listen to false stories being shared about her. Micah was a God-fearing, joyful, loving woman. We know that so many of you feel this gut-wrenching loss with us. The fight is not over." Court documents seen by the New York Post indicate Micah had filed for divorce from her husband in October 2023. According to Micah's obituary, the 30-year-old was born in Wichita, Kansas, and was one of 5 sisters, IT reads. Micah was energetic, affirming, adventurous, faithful, loving, giving, forgiving, talented, joyous, creative, assertive, bold, determined, authoritative, passionate, hardworking, a risk-taker, and so much more. She and JP have been friends since 2009, married in 2017, and spent almost every single day and night together. Micah loved her little dog, Loki. She loved doing outdoor activities like waterfall rappelling, hiking, skydiving, running, and going to the beach. Micah would take on any challenge, even if it was being a vegan for an entire year. Micah was a great stepmother and an amazing wife and helpmate. She helped Pastor JP with the church in every way. Micah was the worship leader, graphics designer, youth leader, women's ministry leader, and pastor's assistant. And she did all of this with the utmost integrity and faithfulness. Micah made the greatest of efforts to always be the best wife she could be. Major Damian McLean from the Robeson County Sheriff's Office confirmed an investigation has been opened into Micah's death. He added that there is not thought to be any danger to the community following her death. An obituary from Miller states that the 30-year-old woman was energetic, affirming, adventurous, faithful, loving, giving, forgiving, talented, joyous, creative, assertive, bold, determined, authoritative, passionate, hardworking, a risk-taker, and so much more. However, Micah's loved ones on social media are noting one part of the obituary that strikes them as odd. She would praise her husband after every church service, telling him he was the best preacher in the world, even if it wasn't true. She also told him he was the funniest preacher in the world, even though that wasn't true either. Micah loved her family so much. Since Micah's death, which has rocked the Myrtle Beach community, her family and friends have been sharing posts on social media with the hashtag Justice for Micah. Her sister pleaded with friends on social media to not listen to false stories being shared about Micah. Micah was a God-fearing, joyful, loving woman who did not deserve the abuse she endured. If you hear anything about this from anyone other than her family, please question it. Reach out to her siblings or parents. She wrote, "I talked to her multiple times in her final week here on Earth." Micah's friend wrote on Facebook. She was making plans to get her hair cut, getting help with her car payment because she was a little short after paying her divorce lawyer, and planning to meet us for the second service at church on Sunday. My final text with her on Friday at 9:19 p.m. was a woman making plans to live. What happened between Friday night and Saturday? Many questions need answering. I pray those answers come quickly. Please remember the family and friends who are in turmoil right now.